like I'm sitting there like I've got the individual links open and I'm saving them to my hard drive because I'm gonna upload them to Facebook later and be like, "Yo, Northwest League of Legends, check this out." um, but that does remind me of a contest that you and I have going, Callan.
What's that contest?
I believe it has something to do with the Party Rock Shuffle.
Yeah, we're not 100 people right now at all.
No, I'm just so we'll go ahead and let the people know here in stream chat. If you have, if you've come to and seen some of our content before, Pato and I have a bet. Or it's not really a bet. It's more
it wasn't a bet at all, actually.
It's more of a wager. It's the hey Highwind, if we hit 100+ viewers on stream, I will Party Rock Shuffle on stream. So I was like, deal, because I don't have to do anything for it other than hope we hit 100. Other than remind him if we ever hit 100 people on stream. And so I want to say it was our second judgment. That was the most popular judgment that we've had. We actually rocked about 110 viewers on stream at one time, and so I think at some point we're gonna get Callan on stream doing the Party Rock Shuffle. I know he's been, prepping his moves, doing a little practice.
I don't have to prep.
Might do it at Vancouver. We don't know.
I did it at MLG actually, but
oh yeah,
factually correct.
But we didn't get that on stream, so
It was on the MLG stream. I was in the crowd, yo.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, wearing my Razor Weapon shirt. You couldn't see my feet because they were behind chairs, but it happened.
Okay, so I just got a word. The reason why we have the Milky Taco in and the Jax guy couldn't log in is that they disabled logins. So if you are in League of Legends right now,
don't leave.
Do not log out.
That would be a bad move.
I hope people don't have disconnects.
Yeah, that's actually really unfortunate that's the case.
But we are going to talk about this game real quick. We have moved into Game 3. There will be another KDA contest. We do appreciate you guys joining us for the finals of the first Judgment BC. We hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. We hope that you guys will post on our Facebook. Let us know some feedback, things you like, things you don't like about it. Post in the Vancouver League of Legends Facebook group. Just tell us. Ping me in chat. Joe, you suck on stream. That's cool. Good feedback.
Okay, so hold on a second. So there's constructive criticism, and then there's just like, you suck, which does not actually help us out. But thanks for letting us know.
But yeah, feedback, it doesn't matter. Ping me in game, ping Callan, let us know, because we want to improve this. This is a brand to us. This is something we want to market, not just to the Vancouver group, not just to the Pacific Northwest, but we want to make it big. And so it starts somewhere, and we're glad to have introduced it to the BC area. We hope we're going to be running more of these BC judgments. We're going to be running more judgments for the Northwest. We're going to be running different variations. We might even be running a Judgment Dominion. I don't know how many Dominion players, or maybe a Judgment Catch the Teemo, as we got a chance to the pre-show earlier.
Yeah, we might be doing a Europe one. I know we have a lot of Europe fans, at least on Reddit, and stream viewers that have wanted us to do one that they can participate in. So I think that could be in our future. So look for that.
So gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about this game. We are in the finals. We know two of the players are from a team that is in the Richmond area. You've got team captain GG Ice, and on the other side, you've got Griffle. Both of these players are highly rated, 2K, 2.2K. They are experienced. That being said, what we don't know are the rest of the players other than what we've seen in this tournament. And from what we've seen from Team GG Ice and their backup player, Milky Taco, they've been looking good. They've been looking coordinated. You had GG Ice going top lane. Shin went even, if not won that lane, was able to come out of that lane using Shin's ability to leave lane, teleport to a different lane, and really use that to counter-initiate and make it so that their bot lane just became legendary, so to speak. I think Ezreal went legendary like 20 minutes into the game. So that was really big. They just snowballed. We also saw at the end of their first round that it was pretty even in the mid game. They won it. They won a couple of good team fights, and then they snowballed from there. So we can tell that this team has a bit of synergy, and they're playing strongly. What we don't know is anybody else on Team Mr. Barney. Which, in the case if you didn't know, we have Tensuix. That is Mr. Barney. His name's Jason. He's the creator of Battlefy. All the people that register, they know what that's about. But we don't know anything about them. They've won 2 games. They're in the finals. They're playing for $20 in Riot points. We don't know anything about them other than we know Griffle plays on the same team as GG Ice. So I'm excited for this match. The bands, Shin Kinnon, Twisted Fate, Alistar, Janner, Graves. It looks like we're going to see Milky Taco on Leona again. That worked out really well for them. We don't know where Malphite's going. On the other hand, we've got a Jax, a Hyper Carry Vayne. It looks like we've got mobility in terms of a mid lane player with...
Actually, we have mobility on both sides. There's a lot of potential for Ahri or Gragas to get out of lane. They can actually rotate top or bottom really, really quickly and make some plays for their team. So I'm actually really excited about having those 2 APs in this game. We see a lot more from Ahri typically in solo queue and stuff like that to try to carry games as AP mid. So it'll be interesting to see, in this format, which is kind of like an improved solo queue, if you will, if it's going to be the same case where she's going to be able to carry pretty hard. And I'm actually interested to see, where these characters stick onto, because I know one thing really quickly, and I know who our man of the hour is probably going to be. It's probably going to be Griffle. Probably going to go the other way. GG Ice is, his buddy. We're gonna go for him this game on Vayne more than likely. And the interesting thing is, I wonder if GG Ice actually sticks on to Urgot here, if that's entirely just to limit Griffle and just try to keep him down and make sure that he doesn't get to carry these games, because that could be a really smart strategy from this captain. Recognizing that last time he went to top lane and Shen mitigated their best player there. Now he's going to go to bottom and take on his buddy, who's been carrying like a beast so far this tournament. So that will probably be our MVP KDA guest, and we have a special prize for that. So just gonna wait for that here. The very tanky team, as we're looking here on the blue team. And
yeah, no kidding. That is like, who do you focus?
Beef.
Who do you kill?
Focus Leona. She'll be the easiest to kill, probably. But
here's the deal.
That's a lot of trouble.
Vayne doesn't care about how much health you have.
Well, I mean, there's so much damage for the purple team. Like, the purple team is basically like the opposite. They're like, top lane is gonna be tanky on Aurelia, but otherwise, like, everybody else is just gonna be like deal massive damage, get in there. So it'll be interesting to see, exactly how the game unfolds. If I feel like if the blue team, they get off a lot of early ganks and they control the early game, they have a really good chance, because when you're this really tanky team and you're ahead, it's really easy to win games. But at the same token, like, if they get in a situation where they're even or behind a little bit, and the purple team's able to basically get fed and get a ton of damage, it's gonna be really, really hard for them to win any team fight, because they just won't do enough damage to win a sustained team fight.
I could not agree more. I'm just trying to picture how some of these, trying to picture out like a strategy, like what does a team want to do. If you look at the purple team, like, they've got a hyper carry in Griffle. Problem is,
they don't have a lot of hard peel for him, honestly. Like, they have some skill shots or some stuff. Like, Jax could go, but Jax doesn't really want to do that. The problem for
Jax wants to gap close.
Yeah, the problem for Jax actually this game is, like, his normal duty is like, go jump on their AD carry, and like, Urgot's just gonna be like, whatever, like, let's swap with someone, or swap with you. I don't even care. Like,
well, here's the deal. The purple team has what they call like a triple gap closer. They have a counter to like if the other team, if the blue team had Kog'Maw, you'd be like, I want Ahri, I want Aurelia, I want Jax on my team. Like, I want to get to their carry, and I want to make sure they go splat. But they don't have that. So basically, it's going to be up to Vayne to just be like, get the F out of Dodge. When the S hits the Vayne, she has no peel, really.
Hopefully they forget about her.
Yeah, she's like, I want to pop my ult and hope to God they forget about me, and then come back and put about 97 shots into one of them because that's how many it's gonna take to kill. The thing is, I mean, you've got Malphite, can ease, Malphite with exhaust. Well, they actually have 3 exhausts, right? Malphite's a gap closer. Lee Sin's got 2 gap closers. They've got a swap, which is basically a gap close. They've got Gragas displacement, which
Leona,
effectively almost a gap close, and you got Leona, who's also got a gap close and a long range
so
ult.
Griffel's gonna have to play out of his mind. But the
Yeah,
other thing
absolutely.
too, the other thing, like I said though, is like when you start early, everybody's kind of squishy. And I think if Purple Team again, if they just limit the early game a little bit and they can, just come out, pretty good, they have a lot of damage there. Even though those characters are naturally tanky,
The purple team really wants to snowball. That's what you pick when you take Jax. You say, I got a Jax jungle. I'm going to have strong early to mid game ganks. I've got Ari with high mobility, potentially to get out of lane and gank bot or top. Like, that is the goal.
Oh, the Shamrock Malphite skin, best skin in the game. Oh my god.
Oh, it's true. You own that skin.
Yes, all intelligent, smart, handsome people that play Malphite have the Shamrock Malphite skin.
Oh, that's cool. That's the actual. I don't think we've seen Jackson again. I don't know. I just finally recognized that the splash art was updated. I kind of like the new Jax art.
I like all the new art. I like all the tweaks that they've constantly done to League of Legends just to up the quality. I think
I
they've
wish
been
they
doing a
would
great
up
job.
fully on the Soraka splash art.
Hey, I mean, until Soraka gets a real skin, I don't hold my breath.
Yeah, there's like about 8 champions. Like, if they come out with a new skin, I'm buying it. I don't care what it is. Soraka being one of them.
Hot dog vendor Soraka. Yeah, that's what
God,
I'm talking about.
give me
Throwing hot links.
Give me the Oscar Mayer wiener. I don't know if you've seen the movie Accepted, but I'll definitely be that guy. Ask me about my wiener. Funny part is I kind of look like that.
All
Is
chat, all
that
chat, all
Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, there we go. Look it up.
Okay, so again, I'm going to post it on Facebook. Guess the KDA and CS of Griffle, and the closest winner will actually win a Logitech G13 gamepad.
Holy, what? Seriously?
Yes, seriously. Real talk.
I need a new gamepad.
Yeah. Should go guess real quick.
Courtesy of
Seattle Versus and Game Breakers. And Logitech, of course. But
so hopefully we'll get to those links posted for Seattle versus also the owner Game Breakers. We'll get those links posted in stream chat. But basically, the guy is putting on a major event at the end of September. We're going to try and get some players down from Vancouver to come down if they're interested. Potentially some teams, because I believe it's a team format. As much as we want there to be some judgment there, but there might be some judgment as well. There's going to be over 10 grand in raffles. It's going to be huge. There's going to be fighting games. There's going to be StarCraft 2. There's going to be League of Legends. So if you have any questions, go to their Facebook page. I believe they have a Facebook page. We'll get those links posted for the Seattle Versus. And if you've got the correct KDA for Griffle this game, a Logitech G13 will be yours. We're going to need your mailing address if you're not local.
Yeah. We'll give you the information, send you when we determine the winner, and such like that. So don't worry, we'll have that for you. Looks like the game's still waiting to start up here. It's been pretty slow here.
Sleeveless, you might need to just come to one of these and hopefully win a computer on a raffle. Just throwing that out. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, come to Seattle Versus. You never know. Maybe we'll be giving away computers. Who knows?
Alienware on site. That's right. You play on an Alienware, is that right, Keck?
Yes, I do. I have played on Alienwares for the last 13 years, I think.
All right. We are in game. Teams are shopping and moving out. Some early game banter going off. So this is the finals of the first BC Judgment.
These all are players from Vancouver, Victoria, Richmond, that kind of area.
And one Seattle player representing. Our casters for this event, in the red corner, We've got Callan Paddock, and in the blue corner, Joe Highwind, Pulsefire, Ezreal, Broloff.
I didn't know we were siding for teams.
No.
What?
We weren't. I just got carried away.
But it competition? What just happened there?
I don't know.
All right.
I keep getting these Skype call interruptions, and I go on tangents. I need to focus. Focus. I gotta get focused, for the Pulsefire, Joe Howard Pulsefire Ezreal.
Okay, we're gonna cut off there. Looks like both teams just spreading out here, trying to catch any invades. Looks like blue team really not in for an invade. Just gonna protect this Lee Sin. Get him his raise, get him his red. See an early gank, maybe on bot. We'll have to wait and see. Griffle, he's going to be a very, very important key to this game, and I actually really like that GGIs decided to pick Urgot and actually go there and try to shut him down.
It'd be cool to watch teammates kind of go at it. So here comes the leash here for Lee Sin. It's a nice, strong leash. Looks like he might try and save Smite. Nope. Went ahead and popped it. Missed the little mini lizard. It's going to take about 4 or 5 seconds off his jungle. I don't know if that matters, but it might. And it looks like both junglers kind of going to be going for early level 2 gank. Ari in a real bad position.
Great quick little flash out, gonna be protected. Jax with a really quick stun on GS. GS is very, very low right now. Great stun by Leona trying to pick that off. They do not have an ignite. Oh, they do, and there will be first blood. Griffle getting off that kill. If you were rooting for Griffle and hoping for a lot of kills, this is a good start. And that's gotta sting a little bit.
I'm just, I'm excited to see that, that was such a smart play. Normally you don't see a level 2 gank on bot lane. It's very rare. Potentially if you invade their red, and then like if you're the red team and you come in and you invade their red, then you come in through that tribe rush. But in this situation, they got in a quick gank before the wards went down, and I think minions did a lot of work. But this is really going to give Vayne what she needs, which is kind of a snowball advantage. She's going to need that early kill that first blood money. She's probably convert that into a Doran's. They're going to hopefully shove these creeps into the turret. Hopefully the turret eats a lot of these creeps.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting too, because typically, Vayne, we see her actually with a Soraka, which I wouldn't say is the typical best case choice. And wow, actually, Vayne actually tumbled into the Leona pool. But Milky Taco does not like that. He does not like the taste of that Vayne Silver Bolt. He was like, no, do not want. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, I swear. And they're actually both really, really low under turret. Looks like Lee Sin is making his rounds. He's going to take out those golems, and he might come down bottom and put some pressure on them. Looks like red team only has a ward up really high by Dragon. They don't actually have it down so they can see the tri-brush. So if Lee Sin actually wanted to come in here, he could do it pretty freely.
And we have a gank going on top. Oh, the stun just went off before the leap strike went in, but Malphite had to burn flash, and that gank was almost successful. Aurelia had an advantage there where she hit level 4 under turret, was able to chase Malphite down, and then Jax was able to come up and provide some assistance.
Yeah, and really what that does, just gives Aurelia, she gets to free farm freely. She doesn't have to worry about ganks. She just gets to push this wave into the turret, go back if she really needs to. And Malphite has to run as fast as he can back to make sure he doesn't lose any of that CS. Because sometimes pushing someone out of lane can be as good as killing them as long as you can, deny them some CS and get that advantage further. And Aurelia, she doesn't have the strongest early game, so, the more you get to fill in, get that CS, get a little bit of advantage, get that buffer, and get to your, when you're strongest is you want. And Milky Taco getting pushed out of lane by Griffle. Griffle playing a great bot AD right now, and even GG Ice really can't hang down here with them. They're basically zoned out. They might have to back even. It's too dangerous from sit back here. I'm surprised Lee Sin didn't try to stick around a little bit, give him a little bit of pressure so that they could actually, farm down here and stay alive. So they both have to go back. Vayne just chilling. It looks like I mean I don't have chat on because typically I don't leave it on anymore. But it looks like he's stopping to chat at him. That's what it looks like to me. And Brizaire making his presence known top, just barely misses that sonic wave onto Aurelia. Aurelia's gonna be able to back off out of that. She's really low on mana, so can't really stick around too much.
Yeah, I'm actually watching chat. Nothing actually between the two teams that I've noticed.
Maybe he's private. Maybe he's
Oh, it could,
whispering.
well, actually, could be chatting to his teammates. I don't know if they're all on Skype or not. You would hope that these teams would get on Skype together, try to be more as coordinated as possible.
Soraka was actually in a bad position there, and they didn't decide to engage. I don't quite know why. You know, she was way far down, just sitting in between GG Ice and Milky Taco. I think they could have just done a combo on her and probably killed her.
Milky Taco's got to be careful. He's being a little bit aggressive, or a little bit more aggressive than he should be.
He's throwing out the Zenith Blade a little liberally, I think, is what's happening. Because, like, you know, the first time he landed it and Vayne actually tumbled into it, and then, like, they traded and Milky Taco lost horribly. It's like he needs, like, if he initiates, like, they need to know that's going to be successful. Because the other thing that happens, too, in this combo is, like, let's say he lands the Zenith Blade. If Soraka's quick enough and just silences him right away, you know, you lose a little bit of the Leona combo.
Oh, Breezer coming in. It's going to force that off.
Lands the charm underneath turret. Almost gets a kill, but a great safeguard out. Is going to survive, and they're both going to trade, actually. Ignite's counting.
Good play by both teams there. I thought Lee Sin was in a lot of trouble, but he was able to safeguard to back into Gragas, and then Gragas was able to come in and just pop the Ignite down.
And the problem right now for GGS is he really has no business here trying to trade. And great stuns, and the exhaust coming through, that's going to be clutch for them, but GGS will fall. And in return, now Soraka's the one that's way too deep in. Milky Taco, if he lands the Zenith Blade, he will land it, but the heal comes in, probably not going to have enough damage left over.
Yeah, this is the hot support on support action. Leona on Soraka, no one wins. So and meanwhile, we've got Malphite spending mana liberally. Aurelia might try to freeze this lane here, although Jax is nowhere in the vicinity, so won't be expecting a gank anytime soon.
Looks like Malphite is going to go back.
Good call. Go back, finish up an item. Looks like he's got Ninja Tabby and Heart of Gold. Great items for Malphite, and it looks like he's going to be building into a Philo Stone. And I'll probably want to grab a ward. If he did not grab a ward at all, I would have converted that Fairy Charm into probably like a ward and some pots, personally. And Aurelia did place a ward there in top lane. Gragas coming down for a gank. Meanwhile, Ahri still going to probably push this lane. Lee Sin just... I'm not sure what Lee Sin's doing right now. He's just kind of all over the map.
He's getting in there, and it actually might be in a little bit of trouble heading up here above this bush. Maybe trying to get Gragas to come in here. Gragas is going to throw a barrel. It's going to knock people around, but no one's really there to follow up. But they will be able to pick up Soraka here. But Soraka throwing tons of heals, trying to pick up herself. Great stun by Jax, actually saving Soraka, not getting those homing rockets in on him. Griffle trying to get out, but he will be picked up. And in comes Ahri. Ahri dashing around, but she doesn't have enough damage to fully engage her. But now she actually thinks she has a little bit of chance against GGS, but probably needs to back off. No, she's getting all in there. Just barely missed that hit. Great safeguard just to make sure he's safe. And the rest of the red teams are just so low, they don't really want to engage with the Gragas there. And GGS running out here trying to bait them into it, but they have no more gap closers to close the distance to really pick off the kill. They'd probably give up their life if they are able to do anything to GG Ice. And it looks like they are just going to back off here. Blue team winning out a little bit in that trade.
And Soraka's in a lot of trouble.
Sonic Wave just barely missing. Charm coming on to Brazier. Brazier's going to have to back off out of this. Runaway fight is over, and Malphite not liking what he sees up here against this Aurelia.
Yeah, not working out so well. So definitely worked in favor of the blue team there. When you trade your carry for support, that's usually a win. And it looks like Aurelia is going to go in here. Oh, nice flash.
Slinging those transcendent blades very liberally. Has another dash under her belt. Just needs to get that last dash off to finish off the kill, but no, just going to back off. Quit while she's ahead. And Ahri actually really deep out there. Actually has to flash, gets executed on. There's the stun. They will pick up the kill, but he will trade yet again with Lee Sin. Those two just love trading kills.
Yeah, they're like best friends right now.
Dude, if we both just keep trading kills to each other, we'll both be fed. It'll be super awesome.
So, you know, Gragas playing pretty well here. You know, been able to get out of lane for ganks. Was able to get back in lane, trade with, you know, get Ahri down with the assistance of Lee Sin. What he's going to want to be doing is, let me just take a look at his build real quick. He's going for more of an HP build, so Catalyst will probably go into a Rod of Ages. That means he's just going to be that more tanky. A lot of Gragas players will go into like a double or triple Dorn's Ring into
normally we see the triple Doran's Ring simply because, once you get those 3 Doran's Rings, you can actually clear the minions with a single barrel, at least the back minions. And it really helps for farming and pushing and lane control. So, but we're not seeing that. Instead, we're seeing a quick rotate up. Aurelia's in a lot of trouble. She's being chased down by Lee Sin, Malphite, and Gragas now, who's actually rotated up. She's going to see that. Should see that with his ward there. And he's just running for his life, running down, running to Ahri. Hoping that Ahri might be able to back her up, but I think she's pretty much dead on arrival. Gragas probably going to belly flop through this wall unless he fails. And Aurelia might escape out of this. She's actually making it through to taking a few tower hits. No one else is there to get her. And yeah, she's actually going to escape. She should escape. She have to juke correctly, run down and blue pill more than likely.
So I don't know if you were. I know for me, I was watching the bot lane, and it was a really interesting combination. So you've got Leona, who's initiating again with her Zenith Blade, and she pops her ult, and meanwhile Vayne is just chunking Leona. And what happens is you see a swap. So Leona flashes out. You've got GG Ice who swaps. A little bit of action going on here, Molly. GG Ice swaps Vayne back into Leona, who's under turret. Vayne picks up a kill on Leona and then dies to the turret and GG Ice.
Yeah, which is a great move because again, trading carries for supports. Do it all day long, especially when your carry's picking up the kill in the aftermath too.
But Vayne, now on 4 kills, 3 deaths, does have that Bloodthirster, 74 CS. You've got Aurelia with about 100 CS. We're going to probably, still staying here in bot lane. And I think they're going for it.
Yeah, I just want to feast on that Milky Taco. Unfortunately, he's not going to be worth a lot of mana here soon after he just dies over and over and over again. Lee Sin coming in there, trying to back him off, and oh, wow, Ahri might be in a little bit of trouble here. Starts her dash to try to get out of this. Might be a little bit early. It looks like she is going to survive through this. Gragas doing a great job in this mid lane.
Well, that's the thing with Gragas, right? He's got 3 spells, and with one of them being his ult. The good thing is his ult is on a low cooldown. But, if he can't kill you with that burst, which most Gragas players that go for early Catalyst won't have that early enough DPS to actually burst out a mid lane carry. So he becomes a little bit more utility and has to be a little more versatile. Ahri kind of knew this. Was like, well, he's not going to kill me, but he's going to force me out of lane. So I'll probably lose some creeps in that regard. Gragas sitting at 84 creeps. Ahri at 74, not a big deal. And just looking up here. Gragas coming up with the snipe.
Oh, Barrel just barely going to miss. Might come in here. Great charm underneath turret, blocking him from moving any further. Gets the kill, but the Ignite will pick. Oh, whoa, no, it won't. The Ignite is short.
Wow.
She has 15 hit points. Oh, God. That was epic. That was a great play there because he charmed her, but then she stood still so that he actually wouldn't run out of turret range, like to run away. So he stood in turret range the entire time and actually traded, got the spell vamp from her passive, was able to live through that. That was crazy.
Oh my God! I don't know if you're watching this bot lane. But it was sick plays by Griffle. Oh my goodness!
Well, in that case, we're gonna rewind then. We're gonna rewind, catch these sick plays. So it looks like they were thinking about blue pilling. Last I'm looking at bottom, and they decide to stick around. The kill goes down, and then the bottom lane play. Closing in here. It looks like Urgot trying to initiate here, poking a little bit of damage.
Watch the tumbles.
There we go. Tumbles in. Shoots him. He's actually getting auto-locked right here. Dodge was able to... The Zenith Blade just barely misses, and Leona misses her ult. That's unfortunate. And now she's just staying on to GG Ice and just rotates back in right away. Afterwards, condemns him against the wall, and that's just great, solid play. And unfortunately, Leona missed a few of her ults there, missed the Zenith Blade, missed her ult. And just great job, actually, by Griffle by having to deal with that right away.
So after the swap, she tumbles out of turret range. And I believe she tumbled away from Leona's ult.
I think she just walked, but, either way, it was pretty good. Solid play by him.
Here comes the double exhaust. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you just going to fast forward back to life?
Yeah, I'm going to fast forward back to life. it's like Malphite, Aurelia top trading, Lee Sin rotating up the top. Exhaust actually onto Aurelia, and now actually see an engagement here, except for everybody stopped now. Why did it stop? All right, now we're trading. Gragas rotating up here, trying to trade Malphite, actually pretty low here. Aurelia running away, turning back around, dives back into Malphite, trying to get out this exhaust to come down. Barrel of Destiny, knock her into damage, trying to use that percentage base to heal herself, but it's not enough. What's your time at? 15?
I'm still alive. I'm 1630, and I'm just watching another double kill.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Well, because it slowed down, it actually didn't do fast forward anymore.
You could probably just click the live button, but I don't recommend it because you need to watch this double kill on bot lane.
So trade at middle possibly going down. It looks like Griffall putting more damage onto GG Ice, putting in those silver bolts. And it looks like he will pick that up, just flashing after really quickly. Leona ult, again, trying to anticipate the move, but again, gets condemned against the wall. And, that hyper carry Vayne just tearing people apart. It looks like Jax might be rotated down here, but he's not even needed at this point. But we're going to fast forward a little bit here.
Yep, they're going to go ahead and just pick up Dragon. Nothing too exciting, no steals. The ward coverage for the red team is amazing. They've got the enemy wraiths covered. They've got the Tribush covered. They've got Dragon warded. So they will know that if Lee Sin tries to make an appearance in bot lane. So, swap coming down here on bot lane.
Oh, so it slows down for kills, I think, is that what it's doing? Because that's what it's doing for me.
I might.
Because it looks like it's stopping everybody and doing weird stuff. I'm just going to jump to live.
Okay. If you jump to live, we'll see there was an exchange at bot lane, no deaths. Urgot swapped Ahri under turret, but Ahri had her ult. Being the elusive fox that she is, able to get out of lane. Basically able to scurry out, and then Jax actually came in with a epic stun that saved her from taking too much damage. But it looks like Lee Sin eyeballing Vayne in the bot lane. I'd be careful. She's got Bloodthirster complete. She's also finished a Zeal. She's going to be doing a lot of damage. And if we look at the stacks of Bloodthirster, currently sitting at...
Going in there on a GS actually condemns him away, which is pretty interesting. Turn around, put some damage on there, but the heals from Soraka coming in. Just full chase down here on Lilo, trying to get out of this. Lee Sin comes in here, throwing another kit, and now Vayne's actually trying to kite out of this. Jax jumping in here, trying to get some damage, but he's not really tanky enough to take this. And here comes Gragas coming in here. Will he be able to land his barrel? That is a question actually going to possibly save Griffall, but he will be body slammed and finished off there. Leona be able to get out of turret range and survive, and Soraka's just being left under turret. It looks like they aren't going to try to diver, so they might just back off here. Ahri rotating down here. They're pinging for the fact that Monkey Taco probably is there, but they're not going to be able to stop him in time. And a great counter gank there. Griffall again, getting a little too anxious there with his advantage. I'm actually surprised he doesn't have a Phantom Dancer yet. I thought he would have been farther along. We saw him finish the Bloodthirster earlier. And after a lot of kills, I would have expected him to have more gold, I guess. Looks like he's banking almost enough for his agility cloak. He's sitting at about 7k, which is 2k more than his opponent in the AD, Urgot, which is really strong and actually far more than anybody else in this game right now. So, things going really, really well for the red team as far as getting that AD carry fed up. But the other problem that they face right now, too, is that, that blue team's still going to be pretty tanky, and the rest of the lanes aren't winning hard enough that, they might be able to just, out-tank their opponents if they can deal with Vayne.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, actually. Vayne is really far ahead. She did have, the death was good for the blue team. She did have max stacks on Bloodthirster, so she's have to regain those stacks, which won't take too long. But she's sitting at 8 kills. She's almost completed the Phantom Dancer in terms of gold. They just picked up the turret in mid. Actually, another gank going on in Aurelia at top.
Aurelia, she's been in a lot of trouble today. Flashes and dives, actually. Wow. Great escape, actually, right there by Aurelia. And Jax coming in with the stun, but he doesn't have enough damage, really, as a jungle Jax, to really put the hurt on anybody right now. Just going to back off.
Taking a look at Jungle Jax's build. Looks like he's going to be rushing Triforce, going Merc Treads into Triforce.
Get that sheen, get that heavy burst damage.
And then getting a slow from the Phage.
Yeah, just working on finishing up that Phage. Probably going to get on his next buyback.
So it looks like Lee Sin's going to sneak in here through the brush.
GI's in a lot of trouble again. They're going to need the swap right there. Flash right away after the swap. Great reaction time here. Leona is on the money, is slowing Griffle. Griffle turned around. He's like, I just want to kill him. And do they have an exhaust trip? No, they don't. Using that, will he be able to get out of this? No. Lisa going to pick up that kill. And the question is, will Soraka be able to escape? It doesn't look like it. She has the Marina triangle around her, but will she? Wow, was that like a okay, what? She missed the Zenith Blade. I thought that was going to hit. And if Soraka started, that will be amazing. But if they pick up Ahri, that is actually a better prize. Spirit rushing out of this as fast as she can. Will they be able to escape out of this? Great Sonic Wave actually turned around to throw a skill shot, and I think that's what killed her. I think she would have been able to escape the Sonic Wave. Unfortunately, they will be able to pick up Ahri, which is actually better than Soraka, so props to them.
Yeah, Ahri did have that blue buff. And we've got another exchange going on here up top. The top lane has been kind of like, occasionally we'll see a gank in top lane, but those guys have just been left to farm. Poor Gragas missed the body slam.
Yeah, 140 CS to 180 by Aurelia. Aurelia has 1 death, 0 assists, 0 kills. Malphite has an assist from one of the ganks where they were able to pick up a kill. Pretty interesting lane up there. Aurelia's job, as we get later in the game, is she's going to have to dive someone, but the question is, there's no real obvious squishy target for her to dive if she wants to dive in there, and now she might be picked off yet again. She has to do some sweet juke moves, use that Equilibrium Strike to get off a little bit of stun there, but now she's just slowed and undecided about how she's going to be able to escape out of this. And Tensuix, that was pretty bold jumping in there because really the guy has no mana left over. And it looks like he might just get dove on her turret pretty easily here. Gets dragon kicked into a wall. Malphite looks like he's just going to finish that off. And Lee Sin barely survives with 50 health. And here comes Ahri. Ahri wants this kill. She's going to be able to convert this. Definitely great safeguard maneuver. And whoa, she might pick up a double kill here. Has double buff. Should be able to track it down. And that is a double kill for Ahri. So going up top, making up for it, and Grog is body slamming his way up top as fast as he can. Ahri can't sit here to linger too long. Her Spirit Rush is down. She will be a sitting duck for this Grog. It's going to have to do some serious moves, some serious charms, and brush juking. And in comes Gragas. Will she be able to get out? Actually eats the body slam first. That's exactly what you don't want. And this should be a free kill for Gragas. And meanwhile, a dragon going down for the red team. So red team actually picking up a dragon, even though they give up Ahri there. So kills being traded everywhere, but overall the winner actually probably is the red team after all that, after all total gold is tallied.
Yeah, and very quickly, I just want to say about the stream, we do apologize. Cal, I don't know if you know what might cause the UI to blink.
Am I on full screen? I'm on full screen mode.
So,
all right, there we go. All right, we're fixed. Sorry. We
apologize for if you have been dealing with that.
All right, Leona all coming in at bottom. Griffle under a lot of trouble underneath turret, trying to take down GG Ice, but it's not enough. And in comes... Oh, wow, great flash over the body slam of Gragas. And Soraka being elusive as always, being able to escape out. Meanwhile, really a killing top lane. And again, sorry for the blinking again. We had the bug where it appeared in the bottom right corner, and switching it over, I must have accidentally not changed it. And it looks like Soraka might be going for a kill on GG Ice. Is that possible? No, she's not. He will be able to escape, waddle away his little mechanical legs.
But just got to be careful because Lee Sin's coming in and has some backups from Leona.
Oh,
the blind Zenith Blade will land.
Yes, it will land. And now the Sonic Wave land doesn't have a lot of a chance to escape, but she's just going to be able to heal out of this. And Ahri coming down now might be able to punish them, but no, she's not. She's going to back off.
And meanwhile, the free farm in top will continue this time.
Unless Jax comes in here. Exhaust going down. Ult has popped up. Stun coming in. Actually, but he backs up. Right after he does his leap strike, he's not able to get the stun.
Yeah, he misplayed that. He actually wants to get the... is that Relentless Strikes? He wants to get Counter Strike started before the leap strike. Unfortunately, that was not the case. They didn't get the stun. I don't know if they would have been able to take down Malphite. Malphite is really tanky. Has already completed the Frozen Art. Has Shirelles completed. Probably sitting on something like 300 armor. I'm going to check real quick. 244 It's quite a bit.
That's a lot. I mean, Aurelia does have true damage, though, so she can chunk through a little bit of that. And, you know, it could have been possible that he has no turret there. She doesn't have that safety, but they were not able to pick off the stun, so he was able to get out of it.
So even though the kills are even, like it's 14-14, right now the red team has a 6k gold advantage because they've gotten both those dragons. They've gotten
all the outer turrets.
Yeah, they've finally picked up the outer turrets. I mean, that gold is starting to add up, and the gold is in the right place. Ari has kills, and Vayne has kills. And other than that, you've got Aurelia sitting on a lot, 200 CS, which is the most. So, you know, those carries are performing well. This team is snowballing. The thing is, if I'm the blue team, I don't think I'm that far behind. I'm like, it's 14-14. Like, oh, I got to just kill Vayne and we can still win. And that's actually kind of true.
Yeah, and it's definitely true. They've actually killed her 6 times already. That's typically, you know, she has 9 kills, but she's died a lot in the skirmishes bottom. It's not exactly what we wanted. She actually got initiated on a Milky Taco, which is definitely not what she wants. The ult try to tumble out of the way. Leona throwing in her ult, but they are definitely all over Vayne. Vayne getting the heals, trying to escape out of this. Malphite all over them, trying to finish off that kill. Red team, though, you know, dealing out that damage, winning these exchanges right now. Now they have to deal with Malphite and this Gragas, but can they beat Gragas? That is the question. He is tanky enough. They do have stuns. They're going to need something else to try to turn this around. They get the slows onto him. Malphite actually finally starting to fall. They will pick him up, and now it's up to Gragas. Will Gragas be able to escape? The true damage coming in. One last jump, flash after him. Ace comes in, and will they escape? They both escape with little to no health. Crazy times.
I was sitting there thinking, in terms of true damage component, it's not just Vayne that has a true damage component, but
Ari
both
has a true damage
and Ari and Aurelia also have true damage components. So right now, that's playing really well for them. They were able to, in that exchange, Vayne didn't. I mean, they focused everything on Vayne, and they got her. But afterwards, you had Aurelia. Oh no.
If they're able to pick up Ari here, that is a clutch play by Brazier. I have to say, he's been an awesome player for the team, and I'm sure they're glad that he showed up because originally they weren't sure if he was going to be able to be there, and you know he showed up to this tournament. And he's been playing pretty well this tournament so far, and that was a clutch kill, picking off Ari right there.
And so one thing we're noticing is the blue team said, "Hey, look, Vayne's bot, go to Baron." Not to mention they just took out Ari, so they've even though they were ace, they all just spawned. They're all going to run up Baron. I don't know how good idea this is. They've got Malphite in there. Malphite is going to be able to tank it. The damage is not that great.
Yeah, the damage output is going to be about 12 years before they're able to kill this Baron. Oh, now we're starting to get somewhere. And Aurelia just running in there, just checking things out, I guess. Just taking a ton of damage. Might be able to just give up her double buff right off the bat. That's not what you want, although she does put a lot of damage onto them. They're trying to take down this turret, or this Baron, actually. And they will be able to take out the Baron. Everybody just too slow to react and rotate, and having that Ari down was very, very clutch. And Vayne, no. Complete misplay. He actually, you know, his movement got canceled somehow. I don't necessarily what he did, but he stopped his movement, and it was just that one little tick of not running away, and they caught him right away. Great play, clutch play right there by the blue team. The blue team were really coming through here. They had a huge goal deficit, but they're starting to climb back into this game. With this Baron buff, they will have all the initiative on the map.
And, I mean, this is, you know, for what all this momentum that was going in their favor, they got the ace, and then all of a sudden, everything just went south. Everything got flipped on its end. You've got, you know, Lee Sin came back, picked up a kill on Ari, who stayed too late. Vayne ran bot lane because they're like, oh, well, we just got an ace. They're not going to go to Baron. Well, they get up, they go get Baron. Ari's dead. They get the kill on Aurelia, another shutdown. They're going to pick up this outer. They're going to pick up a lot of these outer turrets. They might even pick. They're going to probably get their first dragon. Like, all said and done, when this Baron wears off, it is going to be.
That dragon's actually going to be very, very dangerous. They might have to back off out of this. Aurelia's starting to lead the charge in here. They're probably going to have to give it up here. It looks like red team will pick up the dragon, and they will not be able to get that dragon. They really do have to run, because if any of them get caught here, there's more red team members. It'll be a 5v3 at best for them. Looks like Milky Taco will be picked off, but if anybody would be picked off, that is the person you want to give up. Malphite, meanwhile, pushing top as hard as he can. They're looping back around, and Vayne is definitely going to condemn GG Ice if he gets a chance. GG Ice, very smart play there. You saw he got as far away from the wall as he could in case he would get condemned. Smart play with them, but now they're pushing bot at the same time, so they actually had the big wave there. They were able to pull off a gank, and Gragas, luckily, very good at clearing waves. They're able to press this back.
Yeah, this is really exciting. You know, if you're gonna sacrifice anybody in your team to the throw gods, sacrifice your support. That's one person you can afford to sacrifice. Both teams trading, you know, inner turrets for the you know, second tier turrets. Not a big deal there. You know, if they wanted to try and get into some sort of base trade, it's not going to happen. Grog, like you said, Grog is amazing at clearing waves. Worst case scenario, he can use his ult, force them off a turret, and also clear the wave. One thing they would have to be worried about is possibly an RE charm. But in that respect, they could also, you know, they'd also want to be worried about potentially GG Ice initiating with a hyperkinetic reverser thingamajigger.
I just call it swap now. But the thing is, like normally, like that's right. Like normally, like the RE charm, like that's actually a scary component. Like she can just catch someone, and then like, you know, next thing you know, someone's dead. But but there's such strong tankiness and initiation by the blue team that I don't think that necessarily spells the doom like it would for a typical team. If, you know, you catch out, like, you know, their AP carry, you know, if you catch out Gragas, like, yeah, you might be able to try to take him down, but Gragas is pretty tanky. He has ways to get out of it. You probably don't kill him at the time that the charm goes up. You might get initiated on by Malphite and Leona in the meantime, and the next thing you know, you're in a lot of trouble. So I think, you know, really red team is going to have to play their advantages and play with mobility and try to use that to their advantage.
And, you know, right now we do have somewhat of a lull. We're not going to return to the lane phase by any means, but, you know, both teams trying to figure out how they can gain an advantage.
Here for the middle time. Actually, is okay. Did I have a bug, or are there 3 oracles on the blue team?
There's at least 3 oracles.
That is ridiculous. That's too many oracles. That's a little too much excitement. Like, oh, hey guys, we need ward control. Everybody buy oracles right now. Let's do this.
It's Vayne control.
Yeah.
When she tumbles, they're going to be like, no way. Splat.
It's all going to spread out in 3 directions. Make sure they know where she goes. It's like Red's just pushing.
It's kind of
really
like
hard this mid.
It's kind of like going. Whoa, I'm not sure what's going on here. You know, Malphite farming behind the turret.
They don't want a base race because the red team deals way more damage to turrets than they do, and they're going to give up a turret for this. But they could win an ace a team fight. Red, if they're smart, will actually just back off the instant they see the blue team coming in here, as they should.
And I don't know if this is how you want to lead it. Leona's coming in there, but the entire team is not.
Oh, Leona misses their Zenith Blade. And
that's probably a good thing.
If
she would have been insta-popped. And here it comes. I think Malphite.
Oh, clutch Malphite! All great positioning. Leona all comes in. The stun coming off from Jax. They're trying to actually 2 members after Vayne. That actually could be a mistake. There's way more damage here. It's a 4v2 down in the bottom, and they haven't even picked off Vayne yet. They're actually coming back to the team fight, and Vayne's going to be full health. So they need to be very, very careful here. Ari's going to get popped right away. Stun's going to go off, but Vayne is all up in this team fight, going to be able to clear off the rest of these kills, but they're actually getting tons of kills here. Soraka's going to fall, but the point is Vayne's still alive, and actually Malphite's going to fail to get over the wall. And Vayne is up, Aurelia's up. They probably can kill 2 turrets. They might be able to even get an inhib out of this, possibly. Lee Sin is still alive. They got 17 seconds on Leona. Don't have to really worry about her. They definitely will get a base turret out of this. And I have to go back to 2 people chasing Vayne. Like, 1 person chasing Vayne, okay, but 2 people, that's a little bit rough. They left, you know, they left Gragas behind in a 4v2 situation, and that's not what you want.
Man, that Malphite ult was flawless. Like, it could not have been a better ult. Not only was he able to come from over the turret, so they had you always kind of expect Malphite to hit you with an ult, but in this situation they were completely clumped up. He hit the ult. He also hit his Randuin's Omen. Just absolutely slowed. I mean, between his E and Randuin's Omen, the attack speed of their entire team is nil. But it didn't matter. Because, like, the whole team somehow won that fight. I don't understand. Like, the Soraka ult. I don't even. Did she even ult?
No. Well, what happened was, you know, after he did his business, he left. Lee Sin left, and between just Gragas, Urgot, and they got torn down really, really quickly because there's more damage sitting there, and, you know, counter stuns to go on, and they were able to win that fight. I mean, essentially a 4v2. Leona got destroyed right away. It was a tough fight for them, and I think having 2 people zone out, they probably could have got away with 1 person zoning out Vayne and still been able to stick in that fight and had a better chance. Because you saw once Malphite and them came back, the red team was really close to dying. Like, they just needed another body there to put out damage, like a Malphite or something, and they probably could have easily took in that team fight, you know, in the other way, taking the other favor. They could have got an ace there.
Who did the swap go down on? Was that Soraka? Is that why she didn't get a chance to use her ult, just because she got popped instantly?
I'm not quite sure. I actually didn't catch the reverse on it, who it was, but it wasn't on Vayne. It wasn't on Vayne, because I guarantee you they wanted Vayne to get swapped, but they did not pick that off. And, ooh, might be. I don't know if this is a great idea. Oh wow, it's a great idea actually, because they're able to take off Urgot right away. I thought the rest of the team was going to go down behind Urgot, and now they're in a lot of trouble.
I think we're going to see a GG here.
Possibly. It looks like they're retreating back underneath the turret. Still, again, blue team, ridiculously tanky. Malphite hopping in here, that was a mistake. Actually being slowed down here, and now Lee Sin coming back in. That is not good, and Groggett's getting in there, just trying to make something happen. He is going to be able to pick up no kills at all, and that, he was hoping he would take off Griffle, but now with Griffle there, this should be a wrap.
Yeah, I'm seeing GG's in chat. This is amazing.
Here. Malphite's going to have to pull off some moves. And wow, look how slow Vayne is shooting. This is ridiculous. She's like
in slow-mo. Is that because of the...
Yes, it's because the Randy was open and the frozen heart. Like, she was not shooting at all. It was like, thwap. Like, that was so slow. She was like underwater shooting arrows. It was ridiculous.
So... great play by both these teams. Another fairly close finals. Like, it didn't get completely... Like, this is why I love Judgment. Like, I mean, obviously, sometimes in the first round we had some technical difficulties that led to maybe some one-sided games, but typically you will see evenly matched played games, and in this one, this looked like it was fairly even. Could have gone both ways. Blue team picked up that Baron. I thought they were going to come ahead even more so, but red team wasn't scared. They knew they had an advantage, and they pursued it. Wow. Great game. Congratulations to Team Mr. Barney, a.k.a. Tensuix. A lot of great players that participated in this event. The first place team, we're going to walk away with $20 in Riot Points each. Second place team, we're going to walk away with $15. We're going to get Jason, creator of Battlefy and winner and Hall of Fame current captain, on Skype here in a second. We're going to find out who his MVP is. I think we all have a pretty good idea, and they're going to walk away with some extra Riot Points. And meanwhile... for those who are paying attention, Vayne finished with 10 kills, 8 deaths, and 3...
Which the deaths is going to throw people off, because if you look at like Griffle's past games, he was like 12-2-5 or 15-1-8 or something like that. And 10-8, that's a lot of deaths. So if anybody was high on the death side and on the kill side, then you probably made up